I'm Lindy, this is Alan, and this is Yaya.
Say hello, Yaya.
Hi.
With waiting children, these are children who need homes now. And these can be children who are a little bit older. These can be children, some of whom have some medical issues that are either resolved or unresolved. It just sort of depends. And different agencies have different working relationships with different social welfare organizations in China. The intriguing and sometimes fun and sometimes frustrating part of adoption is that various different government entities in different countries and states and counties and cities have to be involved in approving you along the way. So essentially, first, the local jurisdiction where you live, for us, the District of Columbia, has to say, okay, you are cleared by us to be adoptive parents, and that's the home study, and that's the first thing that Barker does. So they send a social worker, they interview you multiple times at your home, at the Barker office. They take a look around your house, and you know, you have to tell them where the fire exits are and the fire extinguishers, and
Background checks.
what do the rooms look like. There are fingerprints, criminal background checks. There's a lot of paper. It's a process. There's time, there's expense involved. But I feel like all the questions that they asked us kind of got us on the road to being thoughtful parents. Because these are things you really have to think about in the context of adoption long before the child is anywhere on the scene, or even born in some of the cases.
You know, when you hear the program, you hear about the China Waiting Child Program, there are a number of different special needs that you might expect. And Yaya has had some significant surgeries, but she is completely healthy and is very assertive and very sure of her place in the world. But she was just, and I wasn't surprised by this really, but I was very moved by the level of care she received in China, surgeries that she had, and people's interest in her welfare. There were so many people who wanted to know what was happening to her. The orphanage directors over there took us out to lunch, and it was just really wonderful. There were so many people who really care about her.
They do a very realistic job of preparing you for anything that you might be encountering along the way. And I, without having been a parent before and without having been a significant caregiver for a toddler before, was basically prepared for, 20 hours of screaming mess on the way home.
And it wasn't that way.
It didn't happen. But there's something about her character and personality that just, makes her fit right in.
It does. And she has an English name, but we wanted to wait until we met her before we decided, do we keep the Chinese name? But she's just so Yaya, When she introduced herself, she's like, hi, Yaya.
The thing that I always think about is I'm just so incredibly proud of her. Obviously, all parents are proud of their children, and every accomplishment in school is an achievement and a success. And she won an award today.
She did.
At school in front of the all-school meeting. But I mean, you want to talk about a little person who's been through so much in life already.
Yeah.
And we show up, and we're complete strangers, and we're people who don't look, sound, smell anything like anyone she's ever encountered before. And all of a sudden, we're her parents.
Plus you have a dog.
And we have a dog.
We have a dog.
And she doesn't know what parents are. So she's learning how to be parented at the same time that we're learning to be parents. And that's been an incredible experience.
Yeah.